Did a video the other day talking about the budget reconciliation process and how Republicans plan to use the reconciliation process to bypass the filibuster in the Senate. And both sides have done this. Um, Now, as far as the reconciliation process, basically, if it's budget related, debt ceiling related, or tax related, they can uh, get it around with a simple majority. However, they cannot change funding as far as how much total has been spent. Um, they can only move it around instead of giving $1 billion to the IRS. Maybe they only give them 750 million and move that 250 million into something else. That's typically what the reconciliation process is. They can use the reconciliation process to raise the debt ceiling, things like that. Like I said, get around the filibuster. But this is going to bring the Senate parliamentarian into a much higher profile. And even Senate Majority Leader John Thune has said they plan to honor whatever the parliamentarian decides when it comes to these resolutions. They has to be budget or tax related, and anything that is incidentally related to the budget or taxes or the debt ceiling can be excluded. Now, one of the things that they tried to pass, Democrats did in 2021 using reconciliation, was raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Senate parliamentarian said no, not related enough to the budget to be included, so they couldn't use reconciliation. And it's going to come down to whether or not the parliamentarian thinks whatever they are trying to do is related enough to the budget in order for them to pass it. Like I said, John Thune is expecting to follow the parliamentarians' advice. They have said that not following it would be like killing the filibuster. They don't want to take that step because that opens the door when they're in the minority party to have the Democrats run over whatever the parliamentarian says and just pass whatever. Now, whether or not that could potentially be used to challenge a bill, I'm not sure. Like if they pass some big budget thing around the parliamentarian saying that it wasn't related enough, I don't know if this is one of those situations where that could open a court challenge, or if the courts would say, yeah, that's about how the Senate does their own business. We're not touching that. So that is something that could be on the table. And I think Republicans, especially John Thune, are going to use the parliamentarian kind of as a scapegoat, that they're going to try to pass some of the stuff that Donald Trump wants done. And then when the parliamentarian says, yeah, that doesn't count, you can't use reconciliation, they're going to say, well, we tried, and then go, we don't have the votes, and not get a lot accomplished. So we'll see what happens, but I think that's part of their plan is to scapegoat the parliamentarian when they can to avoid doing some of the worst parts of Donald Trump's plan that they know would hurt their reelection chances.